You sure as heck ain't no grass type no more, my guy. We are now officially a fish. Nice. Alright, what's going on, y'all? So in today's video, we are looking at some matches that I played in a live stream a day or two ago with this really scary Indeedee Reuniclus Araquanid team. So this team is co-built with my homie Critical Hits. Big shout outs to him, very good sir. I will link his channel down below because he also has a channel. And, you know, consider supporting the homies, right? Like, we're all just out here. And so talking about this team, it's kind of a team that, you know, attempts to thrive in Trick Room. However, if you can't, you do have the Flutterfish. So it's like the bare essentials of a dual mode team, right? Where like you're mainly trying to do one, but if you really need to, you have ways to thrive in the other, right? And one of the best dual mode teams, in my opinion, is either a Trick Room team with a few fast options that are good for when Trick Room ends, or just having a fast team with like one slow Pokemon and then a Moongus, right? Because a Moongus is like a Trick Room blocker, basically, like makes your opponent not want to use Trick Room most of the time. And then just having one other slow Pokemon is, you know, you can usually get away with that. Like, you know, it's slow Pokemon are bulky and they're good, you know. So even if you don't have Trick Room, like having a fast and slow team is usually good in some ways, you know. So yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward with the Flutterfish. Like, we have Booster Energy, Speed, Fluttermane, so that if we need to, we can click Icy Wind plus Choice Specs, Overheat, or whatever, right? Icy Wind, any of the other moves, you know. But you can also click Dazzling Gleam, Heat Wave, if you really need like just really powerful spread damage. And so, you know, that's one fun way that the team can run. It's a good way to stop opposing priority. Or I mean, not stop opposing priority, stop opposing Trick Room if you do need to, because most teams will struggle to set up Trick Room in front of this, except for the fact that we don't have Ghost Terrachiyu. So having Ghost Terrachiyu is the one thing that would help, but the Water Terrablast is actually really nice to have on this team, in my opinion. And like, it's not like super straightforward why, except for just the fact that, you know, having really strong water damage into ground types and fire types, you know, is ultimately pretty important, you know. So it allows you to cover its bases pretty broadly, if anything. So then we have the Life Orb Reuniclus with Magic Guard. Reuniclus does not take any damage from Life Orb. So, you know, you can just click Expanding Force Energy Ball without, you know, being threatened by disbenefiting yourself. And then we also have Calm Mind, which I find I don't click very often on the team, but when you do click, it can be very deadly. And a lot of the games that I've ended up losing, you can like look back through the matches and say, okay, well, if I had just clicked Calm Mind on this turn right here, like, we probably would have just won. So, you know, it is something that you have to keep in mind, like, you know, using Calm Mind and using it well. So, you know, Rocky Helmet and Indeedee, just very good. You know, great for stopping Urshifu. Urshifu's like really not even around that much anymore, and mainly it's because there's so many things that beat it, like, you know, Psy Spam and other things like that. So, you know, I think Iron Crown, if anything, is one of the biggest reasons that we don't see Urshifu as much anymore. But, I mean, it's Iron Crown and Raging Bolt, right? So the two of them are just, like, I mean, what are you really gonna do? Yeah, so standard Indeedee, standard Amoonguss. Amoonguss is just really good on Trick Room, but it does eat up one of your slots. So like, we only have 2 offensive Pokemon in Trick Room, and you need to keep that in mind when you're playing the team. Wide Guard is really good for stopping opponent size spam, and then Araquanid with the Mystic Water and Water Terra just hits really hard, of course. So yeah, sorry for, I feel like I rambled quite a bit there, but straightforward leads obviously are going to be, Flutterfish, Indeedee plus one of those, Indeedee Reuniclus, Amoonguss Reuniclus, things like that, right? And then just bringing your fast and slow options in the back as you need. But yeah, that's enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed. Or enjoy the video, sorry, and have a good one. What up, Critical? Yes, we are. Yes, so me and Critical built this team together. Shoutouts to Critical. Very good homie. And this one looks a little bit rough. I don't think it's unwinnable. But I think if you ask me, we want Trick Room more than they do. So what that tells me is, I think my best shot is actually going to be to just kind of lead Reuniclus Indeedee and just click size spam and Trick Room. Like, thank you for the late birthday, my guy. I appreciate. We are homies. Bring Araquanid as well. And then I like the level of disruption provided by Amoonguss, because if I Spore Cresselia can't do Cresselia things. Do I want the other one? I already used the Kingdra team. So if that's what you mean, you don't have to give me the Kingdra team again. I think we were thinking about making an adjustment to the Kingdra team though, right? Like, we were thinking about putting Weather Ball on over Hydro Pump. So if you did make that change, definitely let me know, because I'll need to adjust for that. Alright, so the OP here does not have the ability to stop me from clicking Follow Me Trick Room. And then after we click Follow Me Trick Room, we just have fun there. Yeah, if you did make the change for Weather Ball, definitely give me the code, because I need to let people know that the code changed. Yeah, just put the code in the chat for me, and I'll like write it down. That's fine. I kind of expected that a little, but like... They go for Heavy Slam. And then I'm just gonna do this. So there is the possibility that they have Goggles of Safety. that would be worst case scenario for me currently. Besides that, I think we're in a pretty good position because we can safely just click Calm Mind and Pollen Puff. So let's see, do they have the gods? No, they don't. That does do like a kind of uncomfortable amount. But at this point, I think I can Pollen Puff myself, Terra Water, and click E-Force. I might have just shot myself in the foot by making this play though, so... Alright, so they do go for Heavy Slam again, which is what I needed them to do. So, now I go for Spore here. And I go for Expanding Force. The fact that it was so close to being a KO is a little bit concerning because there is a chance here that the Iron Hands is actually just going to live my E-Force if they go for it. And, that's not good for me. So... No, they're not gonna live. We're fine. Yeah, alright. What up, Dominic? How's it going? So I do think that, I mean, clicking Heavy Slam was like too precautionary in my opinion. Like, they were trying to stop themselves from taking too much damage, but like, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, but it didn't get them anywhere, so... We have to click Spore. And... Calm Mind again. Yep. So you go for Calm Mind again. Instant wakes up, which is scary. Twisted Dimensions return, which is also scary. Weirdness goes away. Alright. So we need to be careful here. Okay. I think that's GG's. Because let's think. We have Araquanid. But, like, all I can really do is Spore the Crest and just click Liquidation. And it's not a perfect play. What up, Sleep? Yeah, we got Smoter here. I don't really... why are you first? Come on. Don't die. Alright, so we kill Ursaluna for what it's worth. They bring in Ensign. Yep. Yep. So there's pretty much two ways this can go. Way one is that I magically get a KO here with Liquidation. I take enough not damage. Yeah, that's just GG's. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, the reason why I don't particularly like this team is that it just relies too heavily on Psi spam without having the adequate tools to support it. Because, I mean, yes, technically if we had brought a fast option in the back as well, that would have solved some of our problems. It felt really hard to maintain optimal board positioning in that game. So, like, even though we had Spore, even though we had all the things, it was just kind of like, I don't know, like, are we putting on enough pressure? If anything, we should have just brought, like, Chiyu or something, you know? So, geez. I don't hate starting, like, Flutter Chiyu here. It's just that Araquanid is an extended part of the Spider-Verse. You know this. So we start Flutter Chiyu, even though it doesn't feel that good. And then we bring Araquanid and Reuniclus Araquanid and a mushroom. Johnny? I don't get how people get their Pokemon to pose so well. Like, it just doesn't work for me. I think we negated their ability to click the moves they wanted to click. Because, like, potentially you can't imposter or something. Like, that's what it seemed like to me. You can't imposter Fluttermane or something like that.
But yeah, we just Flutterfish on them this time. Yeah, they couldn't tell that we had Icy Wind because they weren't able to take our Flutter Mane, so that disbenefited them pretty heavily. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a sweep. Yeah. We'll see what they go for. They go for Fire Terra. I get that. They go for Rompin' Stompin' Tantrum. Rompin' Stompin' Tantrum. But are they going to be ready for what's coming next? You ain't no grass type no more, my guy. I'll tell you that. You sure as heck ain't no grass type no more, my guy. We are now officially a fish. Nice. We are officially a fish. There's nothing they can do. We have two water types. They have Entei. We have a fish and a water spider. So I made the right call there by going for Flutterfish. Nada they can do. GG's. Johnny? Things. Alright. I like this. Pretty cool. Pretty bull. So I guess we just kind of have to start this. And then bring a Moongus and Araquanid. So this is the thing about this team, is like, if you're going for the slow mode, you have to bring a certain fort, right? Like, unless you're gonna actually find a way to play it out so that, like, you can wither the Trick Room, get rid of their threats, and then just thrive outside of Trick Room, but it's not always that straightforward. And, at least we can do this. Oh god. Yoink. Huh. Alright, I have a feeling that I have a good play here. That's fine. We should probably just KO. No, whatever. Kinda sucks, but... Go for Scorching Sand. Scorching Sand has a... I think Scorching Sand either has a chance of burning, or it burns when you... It burns when you get a stat boost. No, because it's not burning Jealousy, so it just has a chance of burning. They made a good play. It didn't work out, but they made a good play. So whatever they bring in, I mean, like, just wait. Like, it's you know, just Araquanid things, let's say. Like, but Reuniclus is not hitting as hard as I would like it to in some ways. We leave Blastoise alive, for the better, probably. Well, kind of. Dark type? Okay. I'm probably not gonna KO them though with Leech Life. So I shouldn't have clicked Leech Life. I should have just clicked Liquidation. Ooh. So they're gonna try to Thunderclap these, I think. But does it get them out of it? We have Mamungus. I think we can click Protect. Actually, no. I want to accelerate the game. I'm gonna switch into Mamungus right now, and go for the Energy Ball. They go for the Thundercloop. Yeah, the shiny Charizard is dope. It's one of the better shinies for sure. Twisted Dimensions return to Norman. We click Spore. Energy Ball. That is scary because I didn't prepare for that. But why? Like, you literally had a good play there and you didn't make it. Like, how does that make any sense? Because you didn't want to get spored. I get it. But, like, realistically, you made the wrong play, so I'm just saying. Alright, so there is no way out for the one called my opponent. Yep, GG's. Yeah, we played well. I think they had a cool team, but, like, you know, they couldn't deal with it. And that's that's on them, I guess.